kids. This is Pastor Eileen from Trinity Lutheran. I'm so glad you're here. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's the church New Year. This week is the first week of the season of Advent, and that's when the church year starts. During Advent, we get ready for Christmas and for the birth of Jesus. It's time for us to look for all of the ways that God comes to us. There are 3 words that I want you to think about all throughout the lesson today. Try saying them with me. Ready, steady, God. Let's do it together. Ready, steady, God. One more time. Ready, steady, God. In today's story, Jesus says that when trees put forth leaves, it's a sign that they are getting ready for summer. Let's follow the tree's example and pray that God would help us be ready. I want you to repeat after me. Dear Jesus, help us to grow in our understanding of you. Help us to get ready, stay steady, and remember that you are God. Amen. That's how we end our prayers with kids at Trinity. Let's start with our song.
When the thunder's loud and the lightning's bright and you don't know how to escape your fright, say you go away now, I'm not afraid. I might be little but my big friend mate, his name is God, and with him I'm brave. Say you go away now, I'm not afraid. When the nightmares come and you wake in the night, know that God is strong and for you he'll fight. Say you go away now, I'm not afraid. I might be little but my big friend ain't. His name is God, and with him I'm brave. Say you go away now, I'm not afraid. When the lights go out and you get real scared, all alone in the dark, even then God's there. Say you go away now, I'm not afraid. I might be little but my big friend ain't. His name is God, and with him I'm brave. Say you go away now, I'm not afraid. You go away now, I'm not afraid. I might be little but my big friend ain't. His name is God, and with him I'm brave. Say you go away now, I'm not afraid.
Today's story from the Gospel of Mark is about being ready for God. Some of it's exciting and it makes us feel like we're ready to start a race. And some of it is a reminder that God is faithful and makes us steady, helps us stay in balance. And some of it's a little scary and reminds us that we need God. We'll read the story in parts, and after each part, I'll ask you if it makes you feel ready, steady, or in need of God. There's no wrong answers. This is from the Gospel of Mark, and the Gospel of Mark is one of the first 4 books of the New Testament. And those are the books that tell us what Jesus said and did when he was walking around on earth. But in those days, after that suffering, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will be falling from heaven, and the powers in the heavens will be shaken. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. Then he will send out the angels and gather his elect from the 4 winds, from the ends of the earth to the ends of heaven. Now I wonder, did that part make you feel ready or steady or in need of God? Yeah, those are all good answers. Let's try the second part. From the fig tree, learn its lesson. As soon as its branch becomes tender and puts forth its leaves, then you know that summer is near. So also when you see these things taking place, you know that he is near at the very gates. Truly, I tell you, this generation will not pass away until all these things have taken place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. Did that part make you feel ready, steady, or in need of God? Okay, let's try the third part. But about that day or hour, no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Beware, keep alert, for you do not know when the time will come. It's like a man going on a journey when he leaves home and puts his slaves in charge, each with his work, and commands the doorkeeper to be on the watch. Therefore, keep awake, for you do not know when the master of the house will come, in the evening, or at midnight, or at cockcrow, or at dawn, or else he may find you asleep when he comes suddenly. And what I say to you, I say to all, keep awake. How did that one make you feel? Ready, steady, or in need of God? The good news is that God is always with us, even when we're not ready or steady, and even when we don't realize that we're in need of God. God's love is unconditional. That means no matter what we do, we have it, and is always there for us. But in these readings, Jesus was teaching his disciples that they need to be ready for when he comes back. And he was telling them the things to look for to know that he was coming. I wonder, what sort of things do you think Jesus wants us to prepare for or get ready for? Do you think the disciples were scared of some of the things that Jesus talked about? Maybe confused? I wonder if you were scared or confused listening to those. I think remembering that Jesus is always with us, even when we're scared or confused, is something that helps me. And in this time of Advent, in this first Sunday of Advent, it's a time of getting ready for Jesus to be born. I wonder what things you do at your house to get ready. You might see behind me that I put my nativity sets up. And that's one way that I get ready for the birth of Jesus. And that's something that reminds me that that's what this is about. I wonder what you do to get ready. For our craft today, we're going to be making an Advent wreath. So you need to get your green paper, your purple and pink paper, or your blue paper, or your white paper, whatever color you decided for your candles, yellow paper to make the flame, and glue or tape or stapler to put the wreath together, scissors so that you can cut out your tracing, and a pencil or a crayon or a pencil or a marker so that you can trace your hand. If you don't have your materials ready, please stop the video, go get them, and then start again when you have them. Okay, I'm going to take our green paper and fold it into 4. So we just did that into quarters, actually. Then you're going to take your hand and trace it on the paper, and then cut that out. And you're going to do that with 2 of these because we need to wind up with 8 of these. So why don't you stop the video, trace your hand, cut out all of the tracing, and you get 8 of these, and then start again. All right, the next step is to make our candles. So you're going to take your blue, whatever paper color you picked for your candles, you're going to cut out just strips like this. If you're using the purple and pink, you would use 3 purple and 1 pink. Otherwise 4 blue or 4 white, whatever you chose. The other thing you're going to do for your candles, you're going to cut out 4 of these flames. And they're really just triangles that are kind of rounded. So why don't you cut out your candles and your flames and then start the video again. Okay, now we have our 8 leaves. We have our 4 candles and our 4 flames, and we're going to put it together. Mine's already done, and I just did it on this because it's easier for me to move it back and forth. You just arrange the hands in a circle so it makes a wreath. And you either tape them or glue them or staple them together around there. Okay? Stapling is probably the sturdiest, but whatever it is you're doing that you can do by yourself, if that's how you're working. Then you attach the 4 candles. Mine got a little crooked. And then because it's the first week in Advent, we're going to put the flame on the first candle. And each Sunday in Advent, you're going to put a flame on another candle until we get to the 4 Sundays. And this is part of how we get ready and remember, that we're getting ready for Jesus coming. I hope that you like your wreaths and that they came out somewhat better than mine. I'm so glad that you were here today as we learned about that God is with us as we get ready, with us keeping us steady, and with us all the time because God is God. Let's have a closing prayer. Dear Jesus, thank you for teaching us how to be prepared. We don't always know what will happen, but we know that you stay with us as new things happen. Thank you for your love that guides us wherever we go. Amen. And let's join in for our closing song.